In MPE, you can divide any video or audio into as many sections as you'd like, so you can mark off a bit that you want to practice later. I'll start by showing you some sections that have already been created, and then we'll look at creating new ones. So here we are in David Blacker's West Coast Blues course from TrueFile. There's a course accelerator available on this course, so it imports into MPE with sections created automatically. There's sections here for each of the licks in this example. So let's have a listen to the lick over the 4 chord, or the lick over the turnaround. Jump back to the 4 chord lick. You can see we're looped at the moment. I can turn that loop off by pressing that button, or you can change looping here, or with Control L. I can go back to the start of the loop by pressing this circled arrow, or to the end of the loop by clicking on this one, which turns looping off so it allows MPE to keep playing. Note that if I go back to the start of the loop, it turns the looping back on. I can rename this section by clicking on this pencil button. So I'll just give it an exclamation mark now, so there we go. And you can see that now appears in the list of sections. This section is locked, so I can't change the start or end of it. You can see these controls here are not enabled. This is a good thing because it can be really frustrating to get a section set up just the way you like it, exactly on a phrase, and then accidentally change it. We can unlock it by pressing on this padlock, and you can see the padlock changes to an unlocked symbol, and now all these buttons are available for changing the section. But I don't want to change this one right now, so I'm going to relock it, and we'll switch over to another lesson and create some new sections in there. Okay, so I'm just going to jump over to the Carl Verheyen TrueFile SWAT improvisation course. Wow, what a lick. I have to learn that. I have to set up a section for it. So let's show you how to do that. So I'm going to press the add button here. I'm given some suggested section names: solo, verse, chorus. This one's a lick. It's a cool lick. I'm going to call this one cool lick. So I can edit the name here. Cool lick. Where do I want it to start? I can start it on the current playback position, or the start of an existing section, the end of an existing section, or I can just leave it blank. I'll leave it blank and set it manually, and I'll do the same thing with the section end. So I'll show you a few different ways to do this. No. So I'm left clicking on this button here. There. Left click on the end button. Let's loop that and see. It's just a little bit late. Okay, so there's a few ways I can adjust this now. I could type in here. I could go, okay, it's at 21.72 seconds. Let's try it at 21, see how that works. I'll restart. That's pretty good. If I want to be super finicky, I could say, maybe 0.2 of a second later. I can right click on this delta button. That'll move it forward 0.2 of a second. Let's have a listen to that. Or maybe I've decided I'd like to have it 0.2 of a second earlier. So here's what it was. I just left clicked on that delta button. Here's where we had it. I'll move it back to 20.8. And that'll give me a little bit more time to set up between each loop. Let's try that. Back to the start of it. Press play. Okay, I like that. I can clear out the section's start or end by right-clicking on these buttons. Click on them again to reset them. What would you know, the next lick's cool as well. Everything looks cool with this guy. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'd like to capture that next lick in a section as well. And I know it comes straight after this one. So what I'm going to do is click on here again. I'll go cool bit. This is cool lick number 2. And I want it to start on the end of the section we just created, which was, let's move this, cool lick. Okay. I'm not sure where it ends yet, so I'll leave that blank. Let's have a listen. There we go. maybe I want to keep going to here. I'll press this again. Okay. There is one thing I'd like to say for Magic Mouse users. The right-clicking on these buttons to clear them out. Use whatever you have your Magic Mouse set up as the secondary click. It's usually a click on the right-hand side, so it effectively is the same thing as right-clicking. With the Delta buttons, we can left-click for 0.2 of a second earlier. We can right-click for 0.2 of a second later. There's one thing I didn't show, which is that we can double-click. In other words, click on both the left and mouse keys simultaneously to go back by 0.5 of a second when we're on the section start, and forward by 0.5 of a second when we're on the section end. So this is just giving you a little bit more of a nudge forward or backwards. I'm not sure how to do that on a Magic Mouse. I will investigate and put something up on the FAQs when I find out. Two more things to point out here. I can press the clear button, which will clear both the start and the end of the section. And I can press the delete button and delete the section. Okay, see you in the next lesson.